Yes, my people, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV show. It has been a while on this show, but I'm going to summarize everything that is going on in Nigeria and is going on in Africa and going on in particular politics, in Nigerian politics. I'm going to summarize it in this video. You know, I've been saying in my previous video that no matter how lie may travel for thousands of years, it takes a day, just a day, for truth to meet it. You know, a lot of people have been, coming out and be saying that what is going to happen, is the judiciary not going to give us our decision? Is the judiciary not? But everything now has come out. I want me now stay connected to the very end of this show. Me now see waiting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, everything he has been doing. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a scandal. Do you believe that this man did not go to primary school, did not go to secondary school, did not even go to university, and he did not even go to that Chicago State University that he has been using? Now the truth is finally out. Atiku Abubakar has finally exposed Bola Ahmed Tinubu in this video. I mean, I stay connected to the very end of this video. I mean, I see what's in there happen. You now go this surprise, say, so it has been an imposter, a criminal, a crook drug dealer. Everything that is going on, every bad thing that is going on in the whole world is handed over to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A criminal, a scandal, a certificate, a forged certificate. My people, how many stay connected at the very end of the show? I'll be back. See you soon.
Welcome back to LAJUPOG TV show.
The whole of crime scene.
It's happening in the street again.
The center of political news, celebrity gossip, religious gossip, and happiness in the society.
Join us, the voice of Africa.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV show. If you are new to this show, don't forget to click the subscribe button, the like button, the bell beside it, and also drop your comment in the comment section about what is going on in Nigeria, about what's going on in Africa, and about what's going on around you, so that YouTube will notify anytime we drop another video into this channel.
Laugh out loud, everyone. Bola Tinubu's 44-year-old lie has just been busted. One of the documents they've always used to prove that Bola Tinubu actually attended Chicago State University is this yearbook. And when you see this yearbook, you say, hey, that's the end. There's nothing else to prove, because it is found on Chicago State University's own website. If the university published it on their website, there's nothing else to prove again. It is real. He attended the university. But that's not the whole story. Let's take it one by one. The internet didn't exist in 1979, neither did it exist in 1940, but documents dating back hundreds of years can be downloaded from the internet. That's why a Nigerian set out to find the hard copy of the yearbook that Chicago State University published in 1979 or 1980, where their web developers supposedly got the photographs from. What he found in Chicago Public Library is shocking.
I'm in the kitchen right now. About to cook, man. About to cook something for us, man.
He found a Chicago State University yearbook of 1980, 81, 82, all condensed in one huge book. And Bola Tinubu nowhere to be found. Even the one they spelled Tov, the one they misspelled, was nowhere to be found in the yearbooks of 1980, 81, and 82. You'll be wondering why they are searching for the 1980 yearbook when he supposedly graduated in 1979. It's simply because, according to Chicago State University's website, they didn't publish a yearbook in 1979. That's why Tinubu features in the 1980 version. If that's true that they didn't publish for 1979, that would mean that all students from 1979 will feature in 1980. Except that's not the whole story. The next revelation is still shocking. Another Nigerian found a way to access the hidden 1979 yearbook online. As you can see, while scrolling, he couldn't find any name that resembles Bola Tinubu. If his name can be found in the hard copy of 1980 and it can be found on the online version of 1979. And if it is true that they didn't publish a yearbook in 1979, that means someone added him in the online version of 1980 published on Chicago State University's website. Yes, there's a high chance that someone did that for him. Let's assume that's the true situation. That means this case might be heading to a criminal investigation. This brings us to what Atiku is seeking from the US District Court in Chicago. But before we see that, let's see Tinubu's history of lies and cover-ups starting from 1992. In 1992, when Tinubu contested for the senatorial seat in Lagos West Senatorial District under the Social Democratic Party, while filing his particulars with the National Electoral Commission, he claimed to have obtained a BSc in accounting with Chicago State University. Yes, back in 1992, few politicians paid attention to the qualifications of fellow politicians who were contesting for elections. They were all interested in chasing the military back to the barracks. Now, compare the discipline to the one in the certificate he filed in 2022 for the presidential election. In 1992, it was BSc Accounting from the same university. 30 years later, 2022, it became Business and Administration. It's not even business administration, there's an and in between the two words. There's no such course offered by Chicago State University. So how did it happen? How was he able to go back in time to change his discipline in Chicago State University? Now you might be thinking, hey, how did he do it? How is that possible? But that's not all. This is actually the second time he's changing his discipline. In 1999, the certificate he filed while contesting for governor in Lagos State, it was BSc in Economics from the same Chicago State University. Hey! Let's make a quick recap. In 1992, he claimed BSc in Accounting. In 1999, he claimed BSc in Economics. In 2022, he claimed Business and Administration. One man, one university. His first time as governor of Lagos State was marred by certificate scandals. At the time, he was accused of presenting a certificate from a fake university in Toronto. That Toronto certificate scandal nearly cost him his office. But the person that saved him was the former Vice President Osinbajo, who was at the time the Lagos State Attorney General. That's not all. The primary school he claimed to have attended while filing his particulars in 1999 was proven to be a lie. Also, the secondary school he claimed to have attended in Ibadan was also proven to be a lie. In fact, this one is an interesting story. When the school heard that Bola Tinubu said he graduated from their secondary school, they started planning an old boys association get-together. They wanted to make it big because one of their old boys supposedly became a governor. But during the planning stages, many of the old boys, when they heard the name Bola Tinubu, none of them could recognize him. People started asking the year he graduated from the school so that they can locate his classmates. But in the end, they couldn't find anyone who recognized Bola Tinubu. It became so embarrassing for the school to the extent that they had to cancel the ceremony. Interestingly, when the Lagos State House of Assembly questioned him why he claimed to have attended a school in Ibadan when he obviously didn't attend the school, he claimed to have dropped out, that his parents were poor to sponsor him, that he suffered in his youthful years. But he still didn't say the year he dropped out from school. This would have enabled people to trace his classmates. From tracing his classmates, they can now trace his origin. Because up till today, no one has ever come out to say that Bola Tinubu was his classmate in any school, be it primary or secondary school in Nigeria. That's not the end. There's this letter the FBI wrote to the EFCC in reply to the request they made. This was in 2011 under the leadership of Lamode. This explains why the SSS raided the EFCC's office. They knew the existence of this letter. That's why they wanted to pack all the evidence. In fact, up till today, the former EFCC chairman is still in their detention. Maybe they couldn't find that document. That's why they are still holding him without trial. The letter is blurred, but we've made out some text, as you can see. The FBI told them in this letter that they have gone to the Chicago State University and they said that no Bola Tinubu was a student, that he didn't attend the university at the time. No revelation can be better than this letter. Now, let's see what Atiku is seeking in the U.S. District Court in Chicago. He is fighting a deposition request. He wants the court to order Chicago State University to appoint a high-ranking officer in their registry department who Atiku's lawyer will question under oath. This is where it gets interesting. You know what it means to answer questions to a lawyer under oath. That means the person can be held for perjury if the person lies. And who will be willing to lie for someone in faraway Nigeria? No matter the dollars, no matter the influence, no one will risk going to prison and risk the person's career just because he wants to protect someone in faraway Nigeria. So the kind of questions the lawyer will ask will be something like, are you the one, or did the university issue Tinubu this certificate? That's talking about the forged one. When a lawyer asks this kind of question, he'll be expecting a straight answer of yes or no. There's nothing like, hey, it happened this way, happened. Just answer the question. Did the university issue this certificate? It's very obvious that they didn't. That's all they need to prove that this is actually a forged certificate, that the university didn't issue it, which according to Nigerian laws means a straight-up disqualification of any candidate who forges a certificate. There are many of such questions that Atiku's lawyers will ask the person that Chicago State University will appoint, like why did Tinubu spend very short time to acquire a degree in Chicago State University? What changed? How was it possible? Because according to the university themselves, they can't award a degree to someone who spent just over a year in the university. How was it possible in Tinubu's case? So many questions they will ask, including the records, the admission records they are demanding. They want to see how he paid, what method of payment, his international passport he supposedly came to the United States with. A lot of questions. They will need to answer them. And why all these questions are very important is because even if someone is covering for Tinubu in the university, there are thousands of documents that you cannot forge and manipulate in order to prove that this person was a former student. That's basically what Atiku is trying to prove. So you can understand where Atiku is going. Apart from all the grounds that Tinubu can be disqualified by the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, imagine when he drops this bombshell evidence. There will be no hiding place. It will prove that his life has been a lie all these years. It will prove that he didn't even meet the minimum qualification before contesting the presidential election. So we'll be looking forward to how the court will decide, and the judgment day is upon us. Thanks for watching.
It's just my people, thanks for staying connected to the very end of the video. I don't see what they talk like that. I don't hear everything like this. 44 years of lies. 44 years of lies. That's what he used as a governor in Lagos State. He used it as a senator. He used it for years in senatorial district. Now he used it as to be the president of Nigeria, and INEC accepted it. They didn't investigate it. You see that everything that the lie traveled for 44 years. Now the truth is out. Now the truth is out. Now we obedient now know that there's nothing that the judiciary want to do than to give us our mandate. There's nothing they want to do again. There's nothing, absolutely nothing that the judiciary want to do than to give us our mandate, because the truth is finally out. Everything has now been open to the world. Every single thing has now been open to the world. Even US are now in support of his sack. They must sack him. His disqualification. They are not in support of his disqualification. That's why we're waiting for the judiciary to do their work, because they don't know their work. We have to tell them that this is your work. You guys have to do it. People are mean that they always stay connected to the LAJUPOG TV show for more news about what is going on in Africa, Nigeria, and about what is going on in Nigeria politics, especially if Bola Ahmed Tinubu hasn't been sacked. about what is going on in politics, drop your comments in the comment section so that we can talk together and laugh together about what is going on in Nigeria. If you have not clicked the like button, click the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell beside it. See you in my next video. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you for staying connected at LAJUPOG TV show. Leave the message for you, bless you and impact you. So all we do on this channel is to bring to you prophetic words from men of God in America and outside America, from the pausing of Jimmy Green and Christmas to the dancing of Bullock and Clement and all of that. So we'll update you with undiluted words from them and also their prophetic words. And guess what? Many of these prophecies are really coming through. So just ensure you subscribe to this channel just to get more of the prophecy in pure time. Guess what? See you in the next video.